Trey, lace sweatpants popping.
And Miss Nita.
Savage Mark.
This is the Henny and Hookah Chronicles podcast. Alright, another episode, new shit. YouTube, what's good? Yes, we're gonna be doing this all the time now. My sister's in the building. What up, Flo?
Hey y'all.
She over there in the cut. She ain't getting the microphone action tonight. I don't know what's going on. You know, she said that she ain't gonna be on the show, but she gonna be on the show. You know what I'm talking about? Alright, yo, we've been having a good time. We've been having a good vibe, and it's kind of weird to even start the show off with like the negative stuff that's going on in the world right now. It's a Debbie Downer, and you know, but kind of want to just touch on it real quick, or as fast as we possibly can, without getting too, you know, caught up in it. But we're gonna start off by talking about the shootings in Atlanta. Homeboy going on a shooting spree. Shooting up spas and shooting up Asian people and stuff like that. Now, of course, everybody that's watching it, of course, everyone has heard this story. It happened on Tuesday. Today's Friday, so we know you heard about it. Now, the Stop Asian Hate movement and things like that that's going on right now. This is some sad shit. I don't even know how to word it. It's like this is sad. It's like some sad shit. But we will like to jump into this topic of talking about, you know, white people shooting up everybody. I said it.
White supremacy.
White
supremacy going wild.
I said it. What really made America mad, most people mad, is after the shooting, the sheriff really pissed people off.
Oh,
what's the sheriff's name? Jay Baker?
I don't know, but he said some bullshit.
Said some bullshit?
Oh, he had a bad day. The fuck you mean he had a bad day?
You didn't see that video?
No, I really
And I haven't even like I think after George Floyd, I was like, I can't no more. Like I can't watch these videos anymore.
Yeah.
Like I don't even want to entertain because
it's the emotional roller coaster of it.
Right.
Yeah.
It's like, bro.
And I'm already in BLM Patterson, so it's just like I see that shit all the time, and we talk about it all the time. So it's like outside of when I'm with BLM Patterson, it's like I can't. Like I don't want to watch these videos. You could tell me about them, but I don't want to watch these videos. I don't want to constantly see it on my feed. Right. But I did see a little snippet of the sheriff.
Yeah.
And I was like, bad day.
That shit had me so heated.
Do you know how much of a privilege it is for a white fucking person to go shooting somebody and somebody say they have a bad fucking day? You know how many bad days black people have?
Right. What do you do on your bad days? What do y'all do?
Drink and smoke.
I like incense and probably cry to myself in my room.
The most you probably do is like curse somebody out, but God forbid we have a bad fucking day like this guy did.
This one's for the parents. We might lash out at our kids and not even beat them, just have to be like short with them. You know what I'm saying? I'm having a bad day, and here they come with something. You just a little bit more like.
You don't you don't slaughter 8 people when you have a bad day. That's right. That's not a bad day.
That's called premeditated.
Right.
Now this is the thing, right? Okay, so we definitely gonna do this part, right? The name of the guy who they keep calling the suspect, like we don't know that he did it. The alleged shooter is a lot of the vernacular that they was using. The alleged shooter, his name is Robert Aaron Woods, 21 years old, of Atlanta, and 21 years old. Now this is the kicker, you know, because people want to talk gun laws and all this other kind of shit. Allegedly, he purchased the gun that he used to shoot these people the same exact day that he did the shootings, because you can do that in a lot of states where you can just go and just buy me a gun.
But apparently we don't need gun control. Yes. We don't need adequate background checks.
Yes.
Okay.
And I'll talk about my permit later on another time because I'm upset with.
Oh, I heard about that.
Yeah, but other than that, homeboy deadass purchased the gun, then went to 3 different spas and proceeded to shoot up 8 people.
How'd you get to 3?
But wait, they was like, we don't know the motive. You don't?
No.
You don't know the motive?
But you know what it is that it's the innocent until proven guilty for white people.
Oh yeah.
And then guilty until proven innocent for black people.
Right. Even when you're the victim as a black person, you still guilty.
Right. What did you do?
What did you do?
Right.
He was running from the cops. He looked at the cops the wrong way. Like what?
Now, and this is the thing. The other thing that they're trying to put on this case is they're trying to say it wasn't a hate crime. It was a sexual based crime. Basically saying He shot.
Isn't that the same fucking
It's the same thing.
Oh, okay.
But they're trying to use the angle that, you know, I guess he was killing either sex workers or people he, you know, because, you know, people always assume.
Okay, so he's not a Nazi. He's Jack the Ripper. He kills prostitutes.
He kills prostitutes. Now,
Asian prostitutes.
Asian prostitutes. Got to be very specific about what you're saying. So, and that's the kicker about the other. Like, it's amazing how they try to change the angle to make it into something else. Now, could he be some type of sex addict, type of sex something, and he is aggressive, and this is how he's lashing out? Maybe so, but he's still a motherfucking mass shooter, and he still has a target group. There's a lot of things that goes into what he's doing because it's all premeditated. It wasn't like he was out chilling and people were shooting, he started shooting back. No, you went out and you took various steps. That is game planning.
This was right. This was planned.
Definitely planned.
What is premeditated murder? What is that? Murder in the what?
That's first.
First degree. Okay.
Premeditated first degree. Second degree is, you know, in the mix of anything less than that is a manslaughter case. So if I got into a fist fight with somebody and they die, I can get it reduced to a manslaughter because it wasn't premeditated.
Right.
The max they can give me is a second degree murder on it, but they can reduce it to a manslaughter. All depends on, you know, evidence and shit like that. But that's just knowing the law, because every black person.
We should know.
We are.
Yeah, I was about to say we should know the law.
We are straight up and down. We like. We might as well work in courts. No, don't do, like what was it, Chris Rock? Don't do that. That's gonna get you 5-10. That's how we know like certain things. We already know the sentences for that type of stuff.
Right.
So the least you can get is a manslaughter. But like I mentioned, for me, the three things that bother me the most is I believe his name is Jay Baker, the sergeant or lieutenant, or that part, the trying to put it on something else that it might not be, and all of the use of the word allegedly. This film, what are we allegedly doing?
I didn't even know that was film.
There's film. Like, there's film of him walking into these locations, and then there's film of the police officers going into these locations trying to help the victims of the people they shot. So there's no more alleged. We got.
It still just always baffles me though that they always come out alive. They
always
come out alive, even like the
unharmed
shooter, like
But you know
everything. They
what's
always
sad?
come out alive.
I'm not even surprised anymore.
No.
Like,
I will not be surprised, but it's just like, yo, they really just come out alive.
Like, fine. They get food given to them, water. Like, you good?
No.
All types of shit.
Right.
And that's the kicker. And what white America, those that are not in tune or constantly use the I don't see race, or, you know, why are people so upset and stuff like that. Those people and stuff like that, it's like, how do you not see it now when we've been putting up video after video after video after video after video after video of all of these different situations? You know what I'm saying? Brother Polite said it. He said, I can literally put up a video of a black man being killed in cold blood, and it goes over everything. It's on your YouTubes, it's on your social medias, it's everywhere. But if you say anything anti-Semitic, if you say anything against the LGBTQ, your whole video gets taken down. Now, if you say anything about COVID, your whole video gets taken down. Yeah. I took pictures, screenshots. I put up a post, and this breaks the COVID, and they pull your post down.
Yep.
So,
sure do.
If you say anything.
Wait, what are the breaks of COVID? Like, I've had some of if I mention COVID, or the pandemic, I'll have, like, they'll add like a little informational link.
But if you put up something saying, if you're anti-vaccination, if you feel that this was a setup or the government did it or whatever, they will take it. They will pull your shit down.
They take that shit down.
They will pull it down.
I forgot what I put up, but they took that shit down immediately. I was like.
Now, this is where my problem kicks in with that part. I have an amendment that says that I have the freedom of speech. I really can technically say what I want to say.
Right.
You cannot curb what I'm saying. Whether you agree with it or not, that's on you.
Yeah.
But if I said something, I have the right to say that. Nope, not anymore.
I feel like
meanwhile,
the counter argument is you're on someone else's platform. So
but meanwhile, you got white supremacists all day, every day.
That is
and their shit is just up. Like,
but the difference is that these amendments, right, were created for them and not us.
That's true.
That's it.
That's the only difference.
Right.
The first 12 amendments don't include you. The 13th one emancipates you, which means set free from bondage. Doesn't even make you a citizen. The 14th one gives you the right to vote, which did not get carried out for a whole other 50, 60 years until the civil rights movement. So it don't include you. And then they have to renew the right for black people to vote every some odd years. It hits the table, and they have to agree.
It's just crazy.
These Republicans are going in trying to stop certain people's rights to vote. They're going
right
in.
I did see that the Democrats like kind of like put a stop to it. So like all of their antics of voter suppression.
And it's amazing to me, like, you know, and everybody knows, like, oh, if you're a felon, you lose your right to vote, but you still pay taxes. So that's taxation.
I never understood that. Like,
So that's the same shit that they do with immigrants.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like you cannot, you're illegal, right? Which that term within itself is like derogatory as fuck. Like no, I'm undocumented, my nigga. Not me per se. But
I got my papers.
No, I was born here, but two different things. However, like, yeah, you can live here for now on a temporary status, or you can be here without papers, but you still gotta pay these taxes.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you get a check, Uncle Sam is getting his cut, regardless of what.
Right.
So there's so many loopholes in the U.S. government, and it's all finesse. You know what I'm saying? And this is the thing that's, when you know law, and you know statutes, and you know the different things, and you know all these type of things, it's only going to piss you off because federal law is different from state law is different from local, and it's just like it's so many, and it's all based on, and it's all based on controlling the atmosphere, controlling the people of said state or said location. So it's all BS. Now, if you know your rights, the government don't care. Judges don't care. No one cares what you know. It's about what you can prove. And even once you prove something, you may have to go to a higher level of a court, and then maybe even a higher level of a court, just to kind of constantly fight for something that is given to other people freely. And that's the part that's frustrating as hell. So you got the people in Atlanta and stuff like that. You got the, the Stop Asian Hate and stuff like that. All these different things popping up now. And it's amazing that you gotta look at people in their face. And you gotta look at people and go, y'all don't think that this is wrong yet? Like, why do I have to say this still?
Because they still benefiting from it. So of course they don't see nothing wrong with it. They're like, I don't see color, but they benefit every day from it. Everything that's happening.
From not seeing color.
Mm-hmm.
I watched this very interesting thing on Facebook one day. And it was this black guy, he had a whole bunch of white people, and they were talking about, identifying their race and their privilege and stuff like that. It was one hell of a conversation. He has like several takes of it and stuff like that. It was a great conversation. But one of the guys on it, he said, what I am doing is that I am using my privilege to try to make a certain change that I want to see and stuff like that. They talked about history. They talked about what they taught in school, who they learned about, this and that. And it's amazing because, yes, we all receive the same education. But depending on what state you're in, your education can be completely different.
Completely different. Like, not even talking about the historical wise, I was ahead when I was in Georgia. I came here to Jersey, I get put back a little bit. Yeah. And I was like,
based on what?
How are we doing this?
That's what they do.
No, so schools go by curriculums. It doesn't even matter like where you fit into things. Because they really don't want to like push you in like, okay, so say I came to Jersey in 10th grade. I was basically at the 11th grade math level for my school, but like they managed to do something that had me to like put me back to where my class was, and like, they kept me with my 10th grade level. I was like, but I already did algebra.
Right.
I already did trade.
Yeah, they did that a lot though. When
they did that to G-Duff. When G-Duff moved up here from North Carolina, he got up here in high school. They wanna hold you back. Hold me back for what?
Yeah.
Look at my grades. Look at my transcripts. Put me in my classes. If I can't do it, I get it. Mm-hmm. But if I'm able to do the work, I fully comprehend. I'm not illiterate. I can read, write, do math.
Like I one of my friends from college, he's been like a principal at like here in Jersey and in New York, and
so my homeboy.
Yeah, Benson.
Yeah. Be cool.
Him and I had a conversation when we were putting Declan into school, finding like a kindergarten school for Declan, and we were contemplating putting him in a private school rather than like a charter school or a public school or whatever. And initially, like, any parent would think like, you know what, like, I'm gonna pay tuition for when like you're in high school, because at the end of the day, like, not at the end of the day, but that's when it matters. Like when you get scholarships, when you go to college, when they're looking at you, whatever. And he was like, it's actually the opposite. Like, you need to pump money into their education from K to like 6th grade, because he was like, have you ever stopped to think about how do these 12-year-old kids be graduating high school and going to college the next year? And I was like, I never thought about that. And he was like, they get crazy, right? He was like, they get crazy, you know, like hard curriculums from K to 6th grade, and then they test out of the other grade levels. And I was like, oh shit! like you don't really think about it. Like, you hear about it, but you don't really like sit down and think like, well, how did this happen?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
He's like, damn, this kid's smart as hell.
Right, baby Einstein.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
But that
and I was just like, oh shit, like that definitely makes sense. But we're so programmed to think the other way around, because you're getting money on the other way around, you know, that I was like, oh shit. And he was like, no, now is when you need to put him into private school. He was like, after like 6th grade, if you want to put him into a regular ass charter school, he can test out of those grades. And I was like, all right, but I was like, I feel like if you would push, you want them to test out, like, that's not easy. He's like, no, it's not easy. Right. It's not easy for you to go to Board of Ed and say, I know my kid knows everything that your curriculum in whatever school from 9th, 10th, and 11th grade, you need to put them in the 12th grade. Like, that's going to be hard. You're going to have to go to a couple of meetings, but you can do it.
Right.
And I was like, oh shit, I didn't think about that.
Right.
Bro, listen, it's you know, your kids learn the most between being born until they're about 10, 11 years old. That's when they learn the most.
Right.
And that's the reason why I always try and tell people, like, you know, if you can, that's when you pump multiple languages. That's when you pump agriculture. That's when you pump all these different type of things into them, so that as they get older, they already know it. You know what I'm saying? Everyone's born at a clean slate. No one's born pre-rigged to know Spanish. You know what I'm saying? No one's pre-rigged to know any of these things. You have to be taught it.
I have a flashback to that video. There was I don't know if you guys see it. There's a little girl. She's in pre-K, and they're doing immersion Spanish, and like so. So like the teacher's saying words in Spanish and the kids are repeating it, you know, and showing the pictures. The little girl is so adamant. She's like, so it's like, oh, giraffe. And it's like, giraffe. Elefante. It's an elephant. And I was like,
the look on her face, she was just so through everything. She was so through
everything. She's like, I don't speak Spanish. In my head, I'm crazy because I'm like, they're teaching you Spanish, honey. It's okay. They're teaching you Spanish. It's like, I just talk.
I just talk.
But it's one of those things, you know, you got to pump that into your kids the same way you have to pump non-ignorance and loving people and loving thy neighbor and all that other kind of stuff.
Right.
That's where it's taught at. You know, everyone knows that you're not born hateful.
Right.
You're not born a bigot. You're not born any of that type of stuff. You are taught that. So whenever you see people and it's like, oh, you know, I don't like this type of person, I don't like this, and I hate black people, I hate Asian people, I hate Mexican people, I hate this type of person. You were taught that.
Right.
Most of us don't have a negative interaction with the people that they so-called don't like. I can see if a young white male, 12 years old, walking home from school or riding his bike home from school, and just so happened a gang of 5 black kids beat him up and took his bike, and now he has a grudge against black. That shit don't happen.
It really don't.
You got a better chance of being struck by lightning. It's not going to happen like that. You are taught that shit at your house. You're taught it based on. You have so many towns, and you know this is things that we use in America: black towns, white towns, shit like that. We are still segregated in a non-segregated nation. Period. So your living experiences, the things that you're going through, is completely different than somebody else's. You know what I'm saying? Your community, your atmosphere is completely different from other people. So with that being said, if you're not shown anything different, you're not told anything different, most people understanding of other cultures and other races is basically what they see on TV. So if you take a young kid who's growing up in an all-white town, And the only time I see black people is rap music videos, bad imagery on the news, all that kind of stuff. That's what they assume that all black people are.
Right.
If you don't see them, I don't see them. Black people, all they do is, yada yada. My introduction to black culture, NWA. My introduction to black culture was the Wu-Tang Clan. My introduction to it's music. 9 times out of 10, they don't know. If you don't got a black person that you go to school with, that you play basketball with, you don't really get that.
I feel like my what I thought white people was growing up is different because my mom and her siblings are not your normal white people.
They're not your atypical.
They the urban whites.
I didn't really. I didn't know what real white people was until I started working with these little racist white people. Because I be like, y'all do what with your what? I'm like, yo, all the stereotype, like them shits is real. Like they really put raisins on top of turkey.
Yeah, it's a thing.
They do.
And inside their potato salad.
Literally, I have a work mom who is white, and she whispered in my ear, she's like, I don't put raisins in my potato salad. And I was dying.
Her work mom is slightly woke, and it's the funniest thing ever.
It's the funniest thing ever, because she gets so upset.
She even mentioned the cookout, y'all.
She mentioned the cookout.
Does she want to get invited?
She low-key is invited, because I ate some of her food. She seasons her food. I tell her every day I'm proud of her. Like,
I don't think I've ever had a white person's food.
really? Well,
yeah.
Not outside of the
Even
restaurant?
Southern folks are different.
I mean, American food, like a burger and shit, but not no, like...
Food.
Right, no.
Southern folks are different. Southern cooking is...
yeah, Southern white people, they
season their food.
They season their food.
Yeah, don't ever...
But Elaine, hey Lainey, she might listen to my podcast, I don't know. But she's my work mom. She seasons her food. She's Jewish. And she's just like, she's woke. But she really be a part of the movement and stuff. Like,
with the shed.
Yeah, and her daughters, they've been to like Black Lives Matter protests and everything. Like her daughter lives in Philly.
And that's the
she
thing.
be with the shits.
My sister's boyfriend is white, but he's...
He down?
He's aware.
I don't want to say he's woke because I've never had like in-depth conversations with him, but he's very anti-Trump. He's very pro-BLM. And I don't know if he's been to any protests, but like the conversations that him and I have had, I'm like, okay.
When you have a conversation with a white person that just sees it, you're like, why can't the rest of y'all see this? Like, what's happening?
From what I've heard, like, he's had, like, full-out brawls with his brothers, his parents, or whatever. And, like, a lot of people, like, I've seen people say, like, well, if this white person's parents are this way and they're not, it's like, are you actually down, or are you just, like, playing a part? Right. And to me, it's like, I don't know how to really like
gauge it.
You're right. I don't know how to gauge it. I'm a very vibes type of person.
Right.
So it's like I can tell somebody when somebody's bullshitting me.
Right. Genuine.
Right, and when it's genuine.
Yeah. And that's one of the things, right? Trying to catch that vibe of, can I really fuck with you like this? You know what I'm saying? Do you really get it? And that's one of the things. Like, it's so funny. Trying to get someone to understand your point of view from your perspective, because when it comes to race and when it comes to ethnicity and when it comes to culture and stuff like that, everyone's constantly trying to get other people to understand, like, there's a difference between culture, nationality, all that kind of stuff. This is a cultural thing. So that's the reason why when people like, they mad at somebody because of their religion, they're mad at somebody because they do this a certain type of way, but some things are cultural. That's how you're raised. You know what I'm saying? So for me, it's just accept the person's culture. It's cool. You don't have to agree with it. I don't agree with covering the face of women, but this is your culture. And it's not my job.
Another funny story
to
from
fight
my
you
job.
on that.
This racist woman said, "Oh, what? Yes." That was crying today.
Who?
This woman, she loves Trump, and she said when Trump caught COVID, she said he can't spread it because it's laying dormant in his body. Look, seeing Trump supporters face to face.
Oh my God, I wish I could spin the camera around on your face right now. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, no, she said that, and me and my other coworker, we was like, what? But no. She said, what happens if Anita comes into work with a burqa? Mind you, I'm not even Muslim. But what happens if Anita comes into work with a burqa? My other coworker, he says, who is also a Trump supporter, oh, I'll shoot her or get a bomb squad. We don't have an HR department in my job.
They don't.
That's the problem.
That's the problem. And I was like, that's racist. But his whole thing is he can't be racist because his wife is Latina.
Latina. First of all,
Exactly.
Latinas are racist.
Exactly.
Depending, you know what I'm saying?
On their spectrum.
You know, like, what
I
are
only
you
seen
talking
a
about?
picture of her, but she has like a leather jacket with the American flag on, so you could kind of guess it. And her husband's a Trump.
She might be
She
a
was,
yes
she was a
woman.
Latino for Trump.
So,
She was for Trump. No,
Like-
that was a whole movement.
and it depends. What kind of Spanish is she?
I don't
If she's
even know.
Cuban, she's
Forget
not.
It. Forget it.
We don't claim them.
Forget it.
Me on Monday. Where your wife from?
We don't claim them.
We
We don't claim them.
Then the Argentinians,
some what it
they
is.
claim white real,
Yeah,
real
yeah,
strong. Argentinians claim white real strong.
They do.
Yeah.
I had this conversation with myself because I talk to myself all the time. Because I like to have a conversation with
Not
my niggas,
surprised.
and I'm the realest nigga I know. Anyway, so
Oh.
I had a conversation because the other day it was St. Patrick's Day, right? And of course, I followed mad ultra pro black pages, and it's look at these black people out here celebrating a holiday and yada 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 yada. And I'm thinking to myself, damn, that's crazy because I'm Irish. You know what I'm saying? Like I have it in me. I am Irish. I got pictures of my Irish great. I'm Irish. It's in my blood. I of course identify myself as a black man. You look at me, you see black, and I'm not walking around here with no shamrock.
Did anybody wear green?
I didn't.
I
I missed it. I didn't even know what St. Patrick's Day. But this is my thing, right? This is what I told him. Or this is what I thought. I was like, this is one of those situations that I tell other people. Culture, your background, your ethnicity and stuff like that. I have no problem with a person who is Latin or Hispanic, whichever vernacular you choose to use, and they go, yes, based on my skin complexion, I'm a little bit more fair skinned. I am of European descent. Do not denounce or deny the blackness that is in you. That's my part. You know what I'm saying? That's my biggest thing about ethnicity and stuff like that. Because some people harp on just one part of their background, of their culture, or whatever it is that they got. They was, bro, look at fair skin, bro. Listen, I'm not black. And it's like, you are. Your culture is.
Yeah, culture.
You're very, very African descent. Them drums, man. You ain't get that hip movement from no European. No, that shit right now. But that's just like my attitude towards it. It's like, do not denounce a whole part of your background just so that you can hold one up higher just because you feel that is the one that's going to get you the likeness and the benefits throughout the world. Yes, we know it's hard being black. Black people are shitted on in every part of the world. I don't give a damn what part of the world. Anywhere you go in the world, the dark skinned people get shitted on. I don't give a shit where you at. Australia, China, Japan, Korea, the Philippines, any of the islands, anywhere you go, the darker you are, the more likely you are to be at the bottom of the totem pole. You have to fight harder to get to the top. Yeah. That's just across the board. I remember when I went to DR, and it was during the election time, right? And they got all of the people that's, running and stuff like that. They had like these, the big ass posters with their faces on and stuff like that. All of them were very fair skinned. Very, very fair skinned. Basically look Caucasian, right? Then you go to the beach, and it's not a Caucasian looking Dominican at the beach. It was so melanated at the beach. I was like, yo, listen, first of all, I just want to say, man, Dominican women are amazing, man. They look so damn good on that island. But that's another conversation for another day. But
all I know is somebody was trying to get with my man, and I was about to be on the next thing flying to DR.
Bro, Sean is the strongest motherfucker I've ever seen, bro. My God. Sean, my brother, shout out to Sean. And we told him that day when we got through that motherfucking trip, if your relationship don't work out, Flo owe you a trip to Dominican Republic.
I don't owe him a goddamn thing. Fam, I give him my loyalty. I expect it back.
He was like, no.
Preach.
He was stiff on motherfuckers.
That's what I like to hear.
No, they all up on him. He like, but no. All night, I was like, fam, you was a strong man because you was turning it down.
I want him to physically like stiff arm.
Stiff arm, like just like I never seen that like that. I ain't never seen that like that. But
he ain't strong.
He is strong.
You just weak.
I'm single. I'm single.
Okay.
I'm single.
But you been in relationships and you was weak.
I've been in relationships, but I cheated with people that I love.
Pow, pow.
There's a difference. I wasn't out here being miscellaneous. But anyway, that's a whole other conversation. It's a whole other conversation for another day. But yes, like, don't denounce other parts of you. You know what I'm saying? Because then what ends up happening is we have to continuously have the conversation of, and then you gotta have the conversation again. And the thing about generations is that we have to have these conversations every 5 to 10 years. Because now you got a person who was 15 that's now 20. You gotta have this conversation. You have a person that's now 18, now 20. Now you gotta have this conversation. You have a person that was 10, now 20. You gotta have the conversation. It's gotta be a constantly revolving door of having these conversations about how to treat people correctly.
Right.
To develop a system that treats people fairly.
Listen,
like,
at the end of the day, I mean, I think we can talk circles around this whole subject because it can be endless. And I saw something that said some people were posting like protect Asian lives, and then like somebody like crossed it out and was like stop white racism.
Me.
Or was it stop white racism?
It was stop Asian hate, and then it was
yeah.
stop white supremacy.
No, I saw it wasn't white supremacy. It was something else. But basically,
stop white terrorism.
Stop white terrorism. There we go. It's on my page, y'all.
And it's just like that's what it is. Like,
yeah,
control these fucking white people.
That's all.
When are we going to reach a point where it's not okay for them to kill people? Because that's just the history of. It's been okay.
We don't know how to like unite. Like you got some Asians that just don't like black people, but then they're like, black people, you have to stand with the Asians, and they're like, do they even like us for real? Like what?
But
it's hard.
At that point though, like when is it gonna be like what? Someone has to give. Someone has to give.
But it's always black people that have to give in. It's always us. It's always us.
I think that everybody just has to meet each other halfway. Like, period. But I do agree that it's mostly black people that we always like give in. Like we always have everybody's back.
Can I give some
everybody?
Can I give some history on that perspective real quick? And it's a lightful part of it, right?
Mister.
It's a lightful.
Right?
It's
If you
very
don't want to
lightful.
give a history lesson.
No, it's very lightful, right?
He wasn't even a history major. That was Sean.
No, I'm a history major. I got it. BA in history and African
Speak your shit, bro.
Now, this is my thing, right? In our this is the thing, because black people have always been depicted in most recent years as violent, and we gangbang and we do this. This is a fact about black people, right? People of melanated descent, right? We are naturally giving. We are naturally caretakers. We don't come from a space where things are at a minimum. We come from, if you come of African descent, Africa was very plentiful. So there was no need to fight for anything. You knew that your next meal was coming because it's growing from the earth fruitfully. Oh, damn, I'm hungry. I'm gonna grab these berries. I'm gonna grab this fruit. I got some stuff over here. So it was Mansa Musa went and just gave gold away. You know what I'm saying? We've always just been very giving. We give our culture daily. Daily we give our culture. Oh, you love hip hop, so do I. I'm not mad at you because you're a hip hop fan. You know what I'm saying? Indulge. You like the way you like these sneakers. We are the trendsetters of the world. That's something that people have to understand. So, because we are the trendsetters of the world, and everyone indulges our culture, everyone consumes us. We didn't have the backhandedness of they consume us and they don't like us. But we are most of the time we're like, because we give so much, and we don't. It doesn't bother us. It's like who cares? It bothers us when we have incidents where people are killing us and people are disregarding our hard work. You can rock our wear and stuff like that. Like people I go hip hop. When I hear people go, Eminem's the greatest rapper of the world, it makes me cringe.
Me too.
I cringe. I'm sorry.
I've never heard that.
Plenty of people.
Really?
So many people, and it gets me so
Eminem's
mad.
the greatest
I think
rapper
he's a great rapper. I don't think he's the greatest rapper of all time. Like, relax. No.
He said, he's the greatest rapper of all time. I'm like, bro, like he's not even in my top 10. But people think that when I say that, people go, oh, you're just being, because he's Eminem and he's white. No, this is not that, right? He put out about 3 albums that we didn't even listen to, and then he came out with Kamikaze. You know what I'm saying? Like, when's the last time you turned on the radio and heard an Eminem song? He doesn't even get played. He sells.
I mean, he's old now. He shouldn't be getting played now.
No, but what I'm saying is he's been coming out with albums that we don't even know. But them albums
but it's a new era though.
What I'm saying is these albums still going platinum. Who's buying them? Not us. But he's still in high regard as one of the greatest lyricists and one of the greatest rappers of all times. And a person like me is like, I can't agree to that. You know what I'm saying? But that's just a part of the thing. Like, I have no problem with people indulging in the culture. Just don't hand them the keys. You motherfuckers be trying to hand people the keys to everything. Like, oh, and this is my example of this, right? Check this shit out. If a white guy plays basketball well, they call him white chocolate. Mm-hmm. If a white guy sings well, right? They take him and they put him in R&B, in the R&B slots and stuff like that, and they praise them in a certain type of way because he can harmonize. This is how, and this is the reason I say it's backhanded. The only time white people look for black people approval is in things that black people dominate in.
Yeah. Like that white girl that was twerking, everybody's like, oh my God, she's the best twerker. No. Did y'all see the Jamaican shorty that was twerking on her fucking head?
That was killing it. And that's what it is. Like, if they do things okay, if white people do things okay, they look for the black like, yo, you're doing that well. And that's one of those things. If a white guy's out on the basketball court and he's killing the black kids out there, bro, he gets glorified. Like, yo, he's killing it. But black kids out here destroying black kids on the basketball court all day. We're going back and forth, pushing this ball, pushing the pill, shooting a rock.
But do you feel like that's our fault? Like,
I think it's becoming the social norm. You know what I'm saying? The reason why I say it is like, we only get looked at for our entertainment value, not our intellectual value. So when you say there's a black guy and he's very, very smart, or you say there's a white guy and he's very, very smart, he's going to be compared to Einstein, right? Oh, his IQ is higher than Einstein's. But if you look at the history, we've invented everything. We invented the algorithm for the internet. Black guy created the internet. First www. whatever, that was a black guy's mind. He don't get the credit for it. You got to look it up and find his name and all this other kind of stuff. But everybody underneath the sun enjoys the World Wide Web. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. If you look at, everybody's on Instagram all day. A young black kid, I think he's Algerian. I can't remember which continent he's from, which country he's from. He was 21 years old. He developed the algorithm for Instagram. Everyone's on Instagram. No one's going to say, oh man, they're no black guy. But no, they're not. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. We just abuse it and use the hell out of it. Mm-hmm. There would be no Facebook without the guy that develops the algorithm for the internet. Period. It doesn't exist. Without the mind of this person, this don't exist. There's no Wi-Fi. A black person can invent Wi-Fi. You know what I'm saying? So
talk that shit.
So if we invent this and we invent this and we invent this and we make this and we make that, we made the lights that's in here. We invented the first cell. We invent all this stuff, right? We invent it first, but then when it's time to give credit, as far as what we contribute, our mental capacity, we're overlooked quickly. But we only are brought in for our entertainment value.
Yeah, but I also think that we also seek the validation.
We do.
Of white people.
We do.
Like,
we do. Absolutely.
Listen, I wish I would. Like, I never forget in high school, I was on in the club or whatever, to do the yearbook, right?
Oh, yearbook committee.
The yearbook committee. And I knew a week before the yearbook was published, me and my teacher that was in charge of the fucking yearbook, that I was salutatorian of my class. When the yearbook was published, I came out third in the yearbook. So it looked like somebody else was salutatorian in my class. And I was like, oh, you think I'm gonna let this go down? Bitch, you know how hard I fucking worked to be salutatorian of my motherfucking class? And you think I'm...
And there's 1,000 niggas in your school.
Let me tell you something. I was going around telling everybody I was salutatorian of the class. And the girl that came out on the yearbook as second, she's like, oh, I know you were, blah, blah. And I'm like, yeah, and I hope you don't take offense to this. But I'm going to tell everybody in this motherfucker that I'm number 2 and you're number 3.
Yes.
And it really, it wasn't anything against her, but I bust my ass.
Right.
You're not taking that spot. Like, this is what we have for the rest of our fucking lives. Like, this is the publication of high school.
So when your kids look at this shit, that's what they gonna think. When your
right.
Kids
and now I gotta explain to everybody, well, this was printed wrong, but who the fuck is, like...
No one cares.
Right.
At this point in time, we don't care.
I mean, aside from the fact that I had the speech in graduation, but That's nothing tangible. I don't have a video of that shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, no, I'm gonna take my credit. Thank you. You don't gotta fucking give it to me. I'm gonna take it. And I'm gonna fucking swim in the top of my fucking lungs. And honestly, I think that's what the fuck we need to do.
Yeah.
Like, period.
If you don't, and this is the thing, this is a cultural thing.
And not only in Black History Month.
Yes. But this is the reason why it's ever so important to use that's the reason why they don't give us the proper platforms to do these type of things, because they're afraid that if people know, then you have to now tear down everything and unlearn to relearn so that you can give the proper credit to. You know what I'm saying? And we say, oh, a Black person invented the light bulb and it wasn't Thomas Jefferson. Oh, damn, so now we got to take that shit out of every single history book. Rip.
And that's why it's important to teach your kids.
And then you say,
all that.
oh, a Black person invented the radiator. Oh, damn, okay, I'm going to put that in this book. God damn. Black person invented the first mobile bus that was able to transport milk and stuff like that and meats and keep it cold. Damn, I'll put that in this book.
They can't do it because it switches the whole image.
It changes everything. But and that's the
They
most
want Black people to
important
look like.
thing.
You have to now, regardless. One thing is just so out of date right now in the first place.
Yes.
Yeah, because there was no tracking shit back then. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's no video, there's no, pictures.
But this is my thing, right? If I can Google it, put it in the damn book. If I can say who invented this and it says this person, but actually this person do it, okay, so move that person's name and put this person's name first.
Oh, I agree.
We need to. The United States will never do, but what they need to do is you have to. White people have this underlining guilt that they feel for their ancestors. You know, right now there's a 22-year-old white guy walking down the road or in his house and he goes, I never owned a slave and I didn't do this. And they have like this, don't talk about it because then I feel bad type of thing that they do.
Yeah.
You know, don't talk about slavery. I didn't own any slaves. You know, I feel bad for what happened, but I don't want that on me. No, someone's got to wear this shit because your ancestors garnished fruitfully from what happened back then.
I mean, I don't necessarily feel like, only because your ancestors, like owned my ancestors, I'm gonna make you feel this wrath.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I think that is projected, at least in for me, in people who have a different tone.
Yes.
Right? Like if I can see and you're like, nah, like I'm with you, like I understand that shit was fucked up, blah blah blah, whatever. You're not gonna get this right. But if you come at me spicy, bitch,
now this is
I got this
and
for
this
you.
Is the thing, right? There's a difference between the guilty and the not guilty, right?
Mm-hmm.
People who don't feel guilty about it are the ones that's very accepting of what I say. If I go, yo, yada yada, and this is what happened, yada yada, and they go, you know what? You're correct. And you know what? I feel the exact same way. And I think that we need to change this and we need to change that. They don't feel bad about what happened because in their mind and their soul, they already have a different attitude. Like, yo, that was crazy. And you know what? We need to change that. Right. But there is so many people in the population, that constantly throw that happened so long ago.
I call them closeted racists.
That doesn't. Why do we have to talk
are.
about that? Why we gotta bring? And they just try and throw dirt on the shit constantly to cover it up because they don't want to have to deal with the fact that yes, the picture that you have been painted of the United States is 110% false. They probably going to cancel the hell out of this YouTube session right here, but this is
we're gonna get canceled.
We're gonna cancel the session.
Important.
It is something that needs to be. I saw a clip the other day because they trying to take slavery out of history books and shit like that. Say things like indentured servants or slaves came with, like they do the percentage thing and it shows like these people came here and was this and this and that and stuff like that, and they're trying to eradicate slavery from history books. It's bullshit. No, it was slavery. And you know what? It was terrible. They'll take a picture and then go, and it'll be a picture of, 4 or 5 black people, one of them carrying something on their head, and they're just kind of walking through a field. It looks very motherfucking peaceful. That's not true. That's a very inaccurate depiction of what was happening.
Right.
You have to be honest with yourself. Unfortunately, America will never be honest with itself as far as the treatment of anybody who is non-Caucasian. They're just not. They won't even talk about how bad they treated Irish people. Like every single thing is just pushed to the side because America wants to uphold this image that we are the greatest country in the world.
We are not. America is disgusting.
Let me tell you something. If slavery didn't teach you that America is like the pits of this world, then this whole fucking COVID shit, if you still don't think that we are living in the motherfucking ghetto of the fucking world,
this shit is ghetto as hell.
bitch, please.
It's mad ghetto. Super ghetto. I'm not gonna beat this horse no more. Y'all all know how we feel on this. And the funny thing is, people that's gonna watch this are gonna go, you know what? I feel the exact same way. Our crowd much more than likely looks like us and they feel the exact same sentiments. But for the new people, the people that's going to be watching this in the future.
I can't wait until I quit my job and tell everybody to listen to my podcast.
As we gain more and more steam and stuff like that. What we're speaking is our perspective and it is our truth. And this is the funny thing. There's millions of people that feel the exact same way. All right, Joe, we're going to split. We're going to come back. Hopefully our next topic subject is a little bit more lighter and fun because, bruh, this is America.
That was a great closeout. This is America.
This is America. Your boy Trey Lay Sweatpants Poppy.
And Miss Nita.
Savage Mark.
This is the Henny Chronicles podcast show. We will be right back. We back, yo. Your boy Trey Lay Sweatpants Poppy.
And Miss Nita.
Savage Mark.
Henny Chronicles podcast, yo. We in here shooting this shit, talking this shit, and the conversation is getting very
Spicy.
Say it again.
Spicy.
I think I'm gonna take that. I'm gonna freeze that part. We're gonna call this shit spicy. Getting spicy in here.
Ooh.
So the first segment was very different, but we like to talk that type of shit too. This podcast is very, very different. This podcast, we talk about everything. A lot of times people have one thing. We talk about everything, right? That's one part. So now, we had that part. Now we're going to swing the energy and make it a little bit more lighter and a little bit more fun in the way that we always do whenever we do in the show. Shout out to you too. Appreciate you. All right. So, as we get ready to jump into this next part, right? First I want to say,
I love this.
First, I'm gonna say shout out to Sweetie. Sweetie, if you're single, since you're single,
Sweetie,
she does not want your ass.
She's going. I'm gonna find. She a Cancer, so she said she's loyal as hell. So I need
Boy,
that.
bye.
I need that right now in my life. So, Sweetie, shout out to you.
No, she don't want you.
I don't care if she don't want me.
She wants me.
Last week I shot my shot at J-Lo. She don't want me. I'm shooting my shot at Sweetie this week.
Okay, so how many rejections are you willing to take? God
Every
damn, be a
single one
man.
of them. I am a man. And that's the part. When you're a man, you gotta take the rejection. You know what I'm saying? Men get rejected all the time. Women the ones that struggle with that shit. Men just like, damn, it's another day.
Bye.
It's another day in the game. Just another jump shot, miss. This is nothing. Keep
smiley face on her.
I mean, you gladly take. My brother Trishawn stepped up here. I know he's not gonna be on the show, but he up here right now. My sister Flo, my brother Sean, they up here, they kicking and stuff like that. Flo in
here. They all hugged up, it's cute.
They all hugged up and cute. They off camera, they're trying to be on camera and stuff like that, but it's peace.
They give me hope.
They give you hope?
Not because everybody else that's in a relationship, I'm like, this is why I'm not in a relationship.
I'm crying.
No, dead eyes. They be going through it.
So, let's clap it up for Sean and Flo for being relationship blows. Clap it up for y'all for being relationship
Not my
blows.
goals, but...
Mark is a fucking savage.
Mark is a
Mark
savage.
Is 90 with thyself in hand. He's wild.
Thyself in hand.
No
Mark is a motherfucking savage, bro. Like, what's your longest relationship again?
3 minutes. 3 fucking minutes.
Because we ain't do this on YouTube yet. YouTube ain't catch this one yet. What's your longest relationship?
3 months.
3 months?
Get
It's the summer in Atlanta.
Anyway.
How old is that nigga?
26.
The crown of his head just closed last year.
So he got time.
25.
I mean, actually, it's the truth, but still.
Oh, we might change.
There's no hope for neither. Please stop it.
I'm only 26 too.
Stop
The
it.
crown on my head just closed.
No, that's only for men.
I got a soft spot.
That's only, you got
Bitch,
a
you
soft
ain't got
spot,
no
bro.
goddamn soft spot.
You got a soft spot on
That shit between your legs, not your head.
Why am I getting attacked?
My boy, you're too loud, man. Goddamn. That shit, damn, y'all in my ear crazy. Bro, said this soft spot's between your legs, not your head.
I can't help it. She has a mind of her own.
If the first segment wasn't so sad, that would be the name of this episode. The soft spot is between your legs, not your head.
Yo, credit me with that, okay? Thanks.
Damn, that was you?
That was me.
Damn, that wasn't showing.
I
That was you.
inspired it.
You did. So
I
it was
mean,
us.
Look at the.
You know what?
shit.
I gave y'all a compliment. I gave y'all a whole compliment. Just came for me. So it's hope for this nigga, his 3-month
I didn't
relationship.
hope for this nigga either.
Good.
I don't want it.
He didn't want
He
the-
said, I
Mark,
don't want it.
Last episode, for those that watched the last YouTube and those that didn't, last episode, Mark said he wants a wedding. He don't want to be married. So he just want the wedding, and when it's over,
Okay,
he goes
what's
separate
the
ways.
point of the wedding?
He
First
just
of
wants
all,
the wedding's
Weddings
awesome.
are the
Weddings are
best
beautiful.
part.
They're beautiful ceremonies. I don't want one for myself, but I do believe in
I
marriage.
am getting married to myself.
Weddings are
He's
beautiful.
about to make a whole lot of nonsense this way. I don't know. Like, I don't know. What man
That's
wants
crazy.
a wedding?
without the thing.
Moi.
I don't want a wedding. She want one.
And he's giving me one.
And whatever she want to. Yo, can we just talk about, okay, so this next segment, we was spicy in our break and stuff like that. We coming back, we just jumping in and stuff like that. They're getting married.
Relax, don't give details. Thanks.
Next April. God damn.
I literally just said don't give details. This guy
It's
over
just the
here.
money, ain't the
That's
date.
not a big detail.
Now-
but what is the
now-
date though?
Right?
We can't say on the podcast.
We can't say a whole bunch of stuff, but
Okay.
what we're gonna say is,
Since you're
holy
off camera,
matrimony and
okay,
stuff
then
like that.
we're-
Last week we was talking about getting ordained to do weddings and stuff like that. If
Oh,
I would not
mine-
trust none one of y'all.
If I get mine in 30
No.
minutes, can I do it?
Absolutely not.
Why would you trust me? I would be the best.
I'll do it.
I just gave y'all a
I
compliment.
need a serious person.
I'm serious as hell.
I'll be up there.
Nita. Nita.
I'm so serious.
I'm serious.
I'll be up there with my little hat and stuff. Then I have
This is
right?
That is a problem. There's no hats.
His dance is nasty.
If
Nasty.
he said no, mine.
I'm gonna come in there to beatbox.
my episode.
That's why.
She will steal your day. She will
But
steal your day.
No, I wouldn't. But let me
She
tell
was
you,
saying that.
if somebody try to stand up, oh, I don't want them to get married. I got a gun.
She gonna
What
shoot
you say? You don't want them to get what?
Hold your peace, because I'm holding mine.
Exactly.
These niggas is retarded.
I love them.
First of all, okay, listen. There will be no ratchetness until the reception, okay?
Oh,
The
that's
ceremony
right.
has to be.
Time out. There will be ratchetness till the day of the wedding. Wedding time, no ratchetness, and then after
I
that,
agree, yes.
because I'm going to be drunk as a motherfucking skunk during this wedding,
Yes,
and
yes.
I ain't broke no more. Shout
I'm
out
not
to
even
Uncle
invited, I'm
Joey.
scared.
I ain't broke.
Yo, let me tell
Give
you
me
some hot
money.
shit, yo.
Give me money.
I'm at work. We talking. They talking about like, yeah. She's like, yo, my best friend said she wanted 7 kids, right? She wanted 7 kids. Guess what? She got 7 kids. She got stimulated for 7 kids.
I thought you could only get stimulated
No,
for up to
no.
3.
All of them.
My co-worker.
Oh my
My
god.
co-worker
She
got
got-
$8,800 from this.
stimulated. And not to mention, you already get increase on taxes this year. So she like got money just everywhere, boy.
Yo,
Let me
can I
go
tell
do
you-
my taxes.
Whoa, can I tell you a fucked up story that my coworker did to her husband? Real quick, all right. I know everybody's this conversation's everywhere, but this is the beauty of the show. Check this shit out, right? Check this shit out.
I'm
My coworker, dead ass did this to her husband. She said she was watching the TikTok and she saw something. You can buy fake positive pregnancy tests off Amazon.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you know.
I'm watching a show that's called The Stranger.
Yeah, that shit is retarded.
Hold on.
It's retarded, but the girl
This
did
is
that and
the
the
age
husband
difference.
found out.
Hold on. She has 5 kids and she's like 40.
What?
If you show up at my motherfucking house and you present me with a positive pregnancy test,
an
and we
abortion.
got 5 kids, I am going to flip my shit. Bro, she milked it for like a week, she said. She said I milked it for like a week. Whatever I wanted, he did. Like anything. He was just, babe, you okay? Whatever you need, babe, you okay? Milked it. I was like, my nigga,
Get some fucking balls. Say no.
I was like, bro, if anybody shows me a motherfucking positive pregnancy test, it better be via text message picture. Because if you sit next to me, I'll punch you in the
That's
No, you ain't. Shut your ass up. No, you ain't.
That's the age gap because niggas are around our generation know about that shit, so they're gonna be like, bitch, that shit ain't real.
Do that one.
Just the thing. No,
He
just
right
the
in front of
thing.
me.
When they come with two in the pack. So she showed him it, right? She went in the bathroom, took the second one, did the same exact thing, and presented with two
I buy you one.
positive pregnancy tests.
And that ass.
Bro.
Why you got that broke shit? We use clear blue over
Bro,
here.
fist fight.
The fuck?
Fist fight. I'm like,
Nah, that's why I said it will be an abortion.
Bro,
Man-made.
Who bought a pill near you?
Oh my
Put
goodness.
that shit in her orange juice.
Do I have?
Yo, I can't.
Because we don't play them games.
Do
I
not
cannot.
present me with no motherfucking. And it was a prank. Don't prank me like that. I told her, I was like, you the meanest motherfucker I ever met in my life. Yo, that's just me.
I saw something
do
on
not
the
prank me
TikTok
like that.
where the girl
The ticky
was
tock.
the girl was in
That's so
the
innocent.
in the tub behind the shower. She was gonna prank or like scare her boyfriend, and he just saw a shadow and straight like.
I just saw it. I just saw
I
it.
was like, you're a dumbass. Like, why the fuck? I wouldn't even play with Sean like that. I mean, we have glass
Yeah.
sliding doors, but I wouldn't even play like that.
That happened to me at work. I was at FedEx and well, looking at FedEx. So I'm a jumpy person, but I'm an attacking jumpy person. She keeps playing with me. She'll get one day. But
Touch them
so
titties.
my coworker, she randomly
My
came
titties.
behind me and like jumped and screamed, surprised me. I literally turned around and punched her in her tit. I was like, "Why'd you do that?" It's like, "You hit me." I'm like, "You scared me. Why'd you do that?" It's
I'm
the
like-
reason. Like, it's
The
my
reaction.
natural reflex. Like, it's
Yeah.
We throwing hands because I gotta protect the space. We're gonna protect this space.
I don't know why people think it's funny scaring people.
I don't think why. I don't understand why
You
people think
lose
it's
your
funny to
life
play
like
with-
that.
I don't think why people think it's funny to play with these pregnancy tests. Listen, you're looking at people who are traumatized by pregnancy.
I mean, you 20 in, my nigga. You just
Yeah, you.
by now.
You
it's
just
like-
need to wrap your shit up.
Nah,
Like,
yo,
no, not
because-
even wrap your shit
Because
up.
we talking
You
about
need
this,
to not.
yeah, we
what
talking about
is
this money from
that?
the
Snip it up.
city. That VSEC is on its way, baby. Don't have to get this VSEC. $3,000 for the VSEC. But you know what? It's worth every penny.
It's
This is why you need insurance.
I know, but I ain't got none.
okay, I'll
And nor do I got time to wait for it. I'm just trying to jump on the table.
This nigga
Okay,
weird.
I'm gonna have a very serious moment.
And let me tell you something. If you get a vasectomy,
Mhm.
and between the lifespan of when you can still have kids, you have another one, I swear to God.
You know
We're
something?
jumping you.
Know something?
We're jumping you.
Know something?
Because you are liable for that shit.
I'm just gonna be
I don't
honest.
agree.
What you gotta get like 100 Terrell said?
It is.
60.
That's why I said it would be
I'm
my
stroking
luck. Like,
this shit every day. I'm gonna tell
Vincent
people,
will
you know,
go
I'm
get it,
stroking this shit
and
every
then we'll
second
end
of
up
the day.
having a baby.
Gotta
And
get
I'm
this shit
like,
out of
stupid.
here.
I'm like,
Listen.
this is our baby. I'm lying.
I'm gonna tell a very honest thing because I mentioned to somebody and it was like, bro, you serious? I officially now have sex anxiety.
Sex anxiety?
I have anxiety because I am afraid that I'm gonna get somebody pregnant. People are like, oh, just put a condom on. Yes, I know. I am scared to death.
That was me when I was a virgin.
I'm scared to death.
You waited a little long for that shit.
I'm scared to death of sex at this point in time in my life.
I don't think I'm scared of sex. I'm just scared when my period be acting all weird and shit. Like, no, deadass, I didn't have sex the whole time I had COVID, right? But COVID kind of like fucked me up a little bit. So I missed my period. I'm like, I'm pregnant? How am I pregnant? I was really going through it.
Listen,
I was stressed.
I have anxiety of pregnancy.
But I'll be
I
fucking
literally
still.
sleep over this shit.
Raw, too.
This nigga's crazy.
I be stressed, but I still be fucking though.
You can't let your
I have
You can't.
performance / sex anxiety now because I am so afraid that I'm gonna fuck around and get somebody pregnant.
Just wear a condom, Trevor.
I know, man. Shout out to the people that wear prophylactics. This is a wear condom show that we don't. Hold on. We don't.
Maybe Mark.
Mark is new. Mark, do you?
Wait,
do you
what
do-
the fuck? I
Hold
wear a
on.
condom?
No,
I
you
don't
don't.
wear
You
I
don't. You
can't
don't.
wear a condom.
You don't.
I
You
don't
don't.
like
Neither stop it.
And no, it's not pressure. So now that Mark is new to the show, camera, we're going to swing in on Mark. Mark, so how about the prophylactics, sir?
He's my friend. What you think?
For the cameras, I say yes. I use
He's my friend. What
Okay,
you
now
think?
he's a liar. Okay, go ahead.
Whole lot of dirty dick niggas in the room. I don't know about this.
Y'all
Yeah,
use
yeah,
condoms
I don't know
either.
about dirty.
Y'all use prophylactics either.
The fuck?
They married.
Why? For why? ¿Por qué? ¿Para qué?
Same reason why I don't. It feels bad.
Yeah, but we
Yeah,
can't
idiot.
even have a baby right now.
I understand that.
You can't.
Bruh. So anyway, so no prophylactics on the show.
I can't have a
We're
baby
no
either.
prophylactic show.
I 3 can't have babies.
Listen,
Technically, yes. You're
it's
right.
a very stressful world out here.
I actually want to carry.
You said actually want to.
I want to carry. Like
You want to carry what?
I want to carry a baby.
You don't.
I really want to be with all in one single dad. Like I don't want a partner at all.
We had this discussion
Yeah,
last
but
time.
I actually want to carry. Like I would carry if I could be a seahorse. No, because male
Do y'all know how
seahorses-
many times I hear this name? He tells me this a lot. No,
male seahorses carry babies.
Mm-hmm.
So if I could be a seahorse, I'd carry my
If I could get
child.
these niggas pregnant, I would be getting these niggas pregnant. Do you hear me?
If I
I'd
had
be
$1
the
million
worst
plus, I'd be getting
big
everybody
father.
pregnant. I don't want to get anybody pregnant solely on financial response. Why kids cost so much? These little motherfuckers.
If I could be the dad, I could get mad bitches pregnant.
I
got it.
You gotta take
And
care
that's
of them.
why men are the ones that need to be controlled and not women.
Big facts, big facts, big
Just
facts.
saying.
Okay, so now this is where this conversation is about to go. Sean, take a seat because it's about to get heated. Okay,
No, the fucking ain't.
women are in control of safe sex.
But you can literally get 5 million bitches pregnant in one day if you not 5 million bitches in one
I
day.
understand that. Women are in control of safe sex. Sex don't happen without consent. And if you consent,
First of all, that is lie. That's a lie
No,
because
no.
there's date rape. What are we talking about
I'm not
here?
talking-
Oh, Lord, about to get us started. It's time to go,
Listen,
bro.
listen, I'm not talking about
topic.
I'm talking about you
No.
feeling me, I'm feeling you, we in the moment, the vibe is perfect, we about to get to the explicit is about to happen, the tonguing has happened,
Yeah, but
the cunnilingus is
I
happening.
can't get
the
pregnant
fellatio-
while I'm.
Hold on.
I can't get pregnant again while I'm.
That's what I'm saying. The fellatio is happening.
lady?
We're all in the moment. The foreplay was amazing. Dick comes out, and I'm about to push in. If you say no without a condom, we ain't have sex without one. But if you let me push this motherfucker in, guess what? It is go time, and that's the difference. Like
Yo, you really an ain't shit nigga.
I'm as far as you want to let
What
me
we
take it.
did say was 1,000% accurate.
It's
I just
accurate.
wanna put that
If
out
a
there.
woman, if you in the moment, and
You're
we're all in
really
the
an
moment,
Asian
and we're
nigga.
going, and we're
You're
going.
definitely an ancient nigga.
If you look at,
you're
if you look
definitely
at,
an
and you look
ancient
at
nigga.
him, and you say, babe, if a woman look at him and say, babe, get a condom, get a condom, get a condom, get a condom.
It's actually
Okay.
rape
That
to take a
motherfucker gonna have to
condom
stop.
off without consent. It's considered rape. So
Yeah.
if you're having sex with a girl and you're using a condom and you take the condom off without her consent, that is considered rape.
Yeah,
Not
and how
many people
far
know
does
that.
rape
Hmm?
go?
Not
It's
many people
stretches.
know
We're
that.
still victimized, so.
But this is the thing. But this is what I'm saying. It's not a
Her
victim
forehead
part.
strong as shit. Can we leave?
I'm talking about not being a
Go
victim.
to
I'm
me.
saying you in the moment of you're happy with this moment. You're ready to go. And then you go put the condom on. He say, I bet. He puts it on. But if he say no, you like, yo, you ain't getting no. I remember this one young lady. I got
But
a
I'm not
story
saying
to
what
tell.
you're saying is wrong.
I got a story. to
You
tell.
just trying to throw it on your pull-out game is
It's-
weak as fuck, and you
Whoa.
trying to put it on the
Whoa.
wall.
I'm
There
gonna say
is
this now.
no pull-out.
Hey, my sister's right.
It's none.
It's not weak if you're not trying. You gotta try for it to be
If I
weak.
say don't
Right,
put the
Sean?
condom on, you gotta pull that
These
shit
are
out.
facts.
Right?
So-
This is facts. This is facts. It's not weak
It's
if I'm
only
not
a
trying.
bad pull-out
So you
game
wanna
if you
have
was
kids.
like attempting this pull-out and the dismount was
He
bad.
wanna have
So
kids.
you want to have kids?
Now, I will say this part. Check this shit
Let
out.
a nigga not
This is
pull out
some
of me.
fun-
You
this
get
some fun-
hooked.
this some
That's my
funky
baby
shit
father.
for your
We're
parents,
we're gonna go to the part where it's the girl's fault.
No.
Right.
This not even the girl's fault. This is some funky shit, right? I got 4 kids, right? However many pregnancies. Damn, I'm gonna say that out loud.
So
Every
stop.
single time I've gotten somebody
What the
pregnant,
fuck?
it was the weak pull-out method. I've never squeezed off on somebody, all up in it, and they got pregnant. Never in my life, not once. Every single one of my kids is pull-out babies. Every single one of them. Every single one of them. That's how bad it is. That's what makes it weak. My percentage.
Who?
My percentage.
Right?
Well, technically no, because I've had a lot of sex in my life. A lot. So for me to have as many scares
Look
as
at
I
Sean,
have,
look at-
it don't
look
equate.
at-
It's not even
look at-
close. Bro, my
Just
second year of
don't put
college.
me in
No,
it.
I'm not putting you in it. My second year of college. And this is where we're a positive, we're a condom show. I won.
Are we?
I remember. There was
I
like
won-
100-some condoms. Thing.
Bro, no. 2 different times over 200-something condoms. Between me, primarily,
And Terrell.
and Terrell and my roommate, we use over 400 condoms in a year. That's how much fucking we was doing in college. It's ridiculous.
I wasn't there.
That's great. He wasn't. He was
Notice
at-
how
he was
nobody
at
laughed
Rutgers.
with him.
He was at Rutgers. He was at
I was at
Rutgers.
Rutgers.
But it was
Really
safe.
shit.
It was safe. It was safe. Shout out to college. It was safe then.
And they gave you condoms when you went to the what's the name?
Yup. Anytime you walk in the student city, you get you
See,
some
I feel like
condoms.
though with college, it's a pool. It's literally a pool of diseases. Like, I mean, not saying it's like camp out here nowadays. But like outside in the world, you have less partners than
Let's go,
college ever you could.
I gotta go, guys.
Bye. Look at
Good
that ass
night.
walk away.
She's been summoned. You guys
Now,
have a good
this,
night.
I'm gonna
Don't say
say what you're saying, right? I'm gonna give you a stat, right?
Car.
Sean, I'm gonna give you a stat real quick, right? On college campuses, right? Men have contracted more STDs than the women. Do you know what this means?
It's a lot of DL shit.
Can I tell you what this means? The men are having sex with the same women. So it's like, yo, no, this is what it is.
I like
yo,
Mark's.
Yo, she fucking in room such and such and such and such. All you gotta do is just, you know, a little bit of work and you can get it. And that's why on college campuses, because everybody on campus, we think that it's a like a terrorist, fuck that. We think that it's everybody just no. There's a lot of women in relationships. There's a lot of girls that's actually just chilling. The dudes are wilding, and they are wilding. So it's like, yo, she smashed, she tossing it up over there. I'm gonna go get it, and that's the reason why a lot of dudes on campus be fucked up out here with that chlamydia and them
I never
gonorrhea
understood
and
that,
different
though.
stuff like that.
Me personally,
That should start us in high school.
me
Think about high
personally-
school. Think about
See,
it.
I was on boys' schools because not the same thing.
Okay,
Uh,
but think about high school. In high school. You're a junior in high school. You find out that a sophomore chick is giving up some buns. A lot of cats will flock to her. Like, yo, she
Yeah,
giving it up.
I never understood that. Like, so you can, even though it's all boys' school, there were girls outside school. And like, okay, this girl has been with this guy, and this guy. Why you want that girl? Like, even if it's for the momentary, like, not being about for sex, why you want that girl?
I'm going to give you another example. Watch this shit, right? It's the male ego. Watch what I do here. What's the old girl name? Lori Harvey. Right? Watch what I do with this. Watch what I do with this. Watch what I do with this, right? Everyone wants to jump on Lori Harvey. Oh, she's dating this person to that person to this person to that person. Oh, and they judge her. I don't judge Lori Harvey at all. Want me to tell you who I judge? The niggas that's dating her. Why? Because she's not dating broke motherfuckers. She's dating men that can literally get any female they want.
Mm-hmm.
But they are choosing her. And it's the exact same mental part. It's ego. I want to outdo the last person that's claimed her. And that's where it comes from. And it's a high school thing, it's a college thing, it's a grown-up thing. You look at these cats, I like Michael B. Jordan. I don't know shade for Michael B. Jordan, but Michael B. Jordan is a handsome man, in shape, six-pack, chest, abs, back, all this other kind of shit. He can pretty much get any woman he wants. He chooses her. The same way the fucking Combs chose her, and Future chose her, and Trey Songz chose her, and all this other kind of stuff. Is she a beautiful woman? Absolutely. Can these successful men get any woman they want? Absolutely. But they choose her, and it's a one-upper. Yo, I'm trying to one-up this person. I'm trying to one-up that person. I'm trying to be seen. I want her on my shoulder because she looks good. Whatever it is, right? Same thing in high school, same thing in college. Yo, she smashing, she out here. If she out here, I'm going to go where I have a better chance of being successful. And that's not saying that Lori Harvey's going to date any and every person that smiles on her face. But it's like, it's the one-upper. Oh, such and such from wherever say he was, fucking with her. That nigga trash. So now we got a one-up, such and such from over here. It's the male ego.
The male ego is disgusting.
It's literally
I'm
a
broken.
dick swinging contest. That's what it is.
Because I could never.
Could never.
Honestly, truly, though, like I don't even have a competitive nature. Like I don't have it in me to compete for anything. Like I'm just broken as shit, right?
Now, my brother Terrell put up the Mount Rushmore post earlier, right? A guy was talking. He was like, he said right now, he said if I smash a chick, she was like, she might have smashed a dude, or is going to smash a dude whose dick is 3 inches bigger than mine. I know I'm not the best dick on earth. I'm not the best lay ever, but I just want to be in your top 3. And a lot of men feel that way. I don't got to be your number 1. I just want to be that motherfucker when you walking down the hallway and something like that, you get that little, that little twitch. Women know, she know. When you're just chilling and shit like that, your whole body just kind of flips like, oh, damn, what happened?
Don't
I
put me
want-
on blast.
I want to be, I want to be the reason why your body doing that shit. Like, yo, you just be walking. Oh, damn. Oh, that was true.
That's crazy. Niggas think they could do that, and then they really don't. It's always the niggas that can niggas.
And you know what I'm saying? So, and it's one of those things. A lot of men just want to be in your Mount Rushmore. So, if they know you're gonna smash a handful of dudes, and they might know one or two of them, and they smash, and it's just like low key in their mind, they thinking this shit like, I know it was better than this. You ever seen the movie The Wood?
Y'all niggas is weird. Yes, I did.
And
He
he's
hasn't watched black movies.
and he was like, you let such and such hit, and I know I look better than that nigga. It's like that. That's what. This is the real shit. The male ego and how we go about dating and courtmanship and how we go with who we gonna have sex with and who we trying to have sex with, stuff like that. Most of this shit is competition. It's a dick swinging competition.
Yeah, I am broken.
You're not broken. You're just a new generation.
I like how she put that. We're just gonna put that down on paper. You're a new generation.
No, for real, because I don't think our I mean, some guys still have that type of like ego or whatever. But most guys.
No, I know guys like that. I mean, I went to school with guys like that. I mean, personally, I just don't have it in me.
No, but I run into a lot of guys that's just like you. That's just like, like I'm not doing that because of that. I fucks with shorty.
I am a mixture of both because when
Y'all just like competition.
no, this is what it is, right?
It's
This what
that
it is.
damn football.
It is. Being an athlete makes you this way, but a lot of
said football was devil.
my mom said it's the devil. It's the devil's way. What happens is, like me, I tell people just because of my appreciation for women, how much I just love women, I'm just happy for the opportunity that you are going to allow me inside your body because this ain't for
serious.
you can be anywhere. My ideology on it is you can be anywhere in the world, but you're here with me right now. You're letting me do this, and I appreciate that. But in this moment, I'm gonna try to wreck you because I need to put a stamp on this shit so that I can get the call back.
Let me tell you how that callback is real.
Let's talk about the callback. Go ahead. Let's talk about the callback.
I ain't shit. That's why when I be like writing my little thing on Instagram, I'm like, yo, any nigga that could say that he hit this shit like 2 or 3 times, like then you legit. But if you only hit this shit once, don't even talk about it, cause that mean you ain't. Don't talk about it. That shit is embarrassing. As much as I love sex, and then you over here fucking me and how you hit me up. And I'm just like, curvy you. That means the dick was not good at all. So if you only fuck me once, that's it. That's a problem.
It's a problem.
You fucked me twice, that means I kind of liked you and I was trying to give you a second chance.
And see if you can.
Exactly. 3 times, I love that shit. Now it's about to be a 5th time, 6th time. But not for real. Like, if a girl only let you hit once and then she also like you did not rock her world at all.
And that's the tough part about being men. Like I mentioned earlier, I was like, a performance.
I destroy niggas' egos fast.
But to perform, right? There's a lot of dudes that fuck up that first time around. A lot of dudes be like, yo.
Mikey showed me that.
I had a bad show.
No, Mike didn't fuck up his first time around.
Yeah.
He told me,
Told
like,
you.
sometimes guys get nervous, which is why I gave some other guy a second chance. And he was like, okay.
And that's the thing. It's like, it's got, sometimes you just need that comeback. Something that I tell men to do, this is a travail thing for dudes, right? The first time you get a chance to get up in there, right? You have to have sex with her like 3 different styles. You just gotta keep going. This is how you create a monster. You gotta keep going.
This is how you create a monster.
Even if you
want to create monsters,
you gotta keep going.
Until they get a monster.
My goal is to make every woman crazy.
I don't like crazies.
My goal is to make you crazy.
I told y'all once on one podcast, one dude really called me at least 40 times within 10 minutes.
You did mention that.
And I was like, I spazzed on him. I had to spaz on him. I was like, yo, don't you ever do that ever again in your life. Because when it's scary as shit. Like, why you blowing me up like that?
Turn off, too.
I need to be like, nah, I like it. I like it. Go crazy for me.
She likes
let me know.
No, I only like if the dick is good. Like, my baby father could do that, because obviously.
Did your baby daddy? He gave you, spawned more life into this earth.
Nah, not because of that. That nigga sling good dick.
He's like, the only time we can talk about her baby daddy was in a positive way, and here's your positive moment.
Here's your positive moment, Vinny. Shout out to you. And he eat good pussy. I taught him.
Well, damn.
So he eat good pussy. I don't know why this breakdown in grammar means he only eats good pussy, which means like your pussy has to be good. He eats pussy well.
I just gave you a vernacular thing.
I don't know why this came to my head. I'm like, he eat good pussy, so that means that he only eats good pussy.
This is
It was a random moment. Oh yeah, I'm learning Spanish and Portuguese. So like,
we want to talk about spicy
No.
shit. Caliente.
I was
okay?
explaining why I was going through grammar. I was like,
Whatever. I taught that nigga how to eat pussy, and now he know how to eat pussy, especially my pussy.
that too. Some people have to be trained though. Like
That was the only nigga I was training.
everyone's kinks and like everyone's desires are different. So therefore, your first time, I might not even know what you even like, and I'm just pulling out old tricks of somebody else. So like, it's not that I'm bad at it. It's just that I don't know what you like.
Apparently,
Like your spot might be a little to the left, hers more to the right.
Okay.
And that's why Mark is in my life, because he honestly, like, I was really cutting niggas off. Like, I'm not gonna tell you I'm cutting you off. We still gonna be cool, but you never gonna fuck me again.
I'm about to give y'all my sex god info real quick. Damn.
Sacrilege.
I'm about to give this on motherfucking video, but I'm about to give my sex god info. Okay. So check this shit out. What I encourage people to do, because I actually do a questionnaire to learn you without you even noticing the shit. Check this shit out. To know what a person like without them telling you is solely based on body language.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Now check this shit out. If you kiss a person and they are a soft, passionate kind of kiss, that is a person that enjoys firm hands, strong, caressing hands, and when you fucking them, they want it to be strong and thrustful without too much beast. You don't want to be in there just overly beasting. They will enjoy it, but to make them come, you slow it down just a little bit. If you got a person they kiss aggressively and their head is swerving from side to side and it's whipping and that is a person that you're gonna have to wreck. You're gonna have to really be slinging it in there, like hard and thrusting.
What happens if you don't kiss the person?
Now this is the thing. If you don't kiss the person, right? Again, it's all on body language. You can tell by when you're eating the vagina the way that she wants to have sex. If she grabs the back of your head and she's basically having sex with your face, she's an aggressive type of woman, so you're gonna have to have sex with her and handle her aggressively. If you got someone who's laying there and they're grabbing the sheets and they're kind of swerving back and forth, she's not as assertive. So then that means that when you're dishing out this penis, you're gonna have to be that midline, right in the cusp. You know what I'm saying? She's got to feel you, but you don't want to be in there. Again, there are women that like their ass slapped, and there's women that like their ass squeezed. The body language tells you these things before you even get to that part.
And then there's Nita.
If you struggle with reading body language, this is why I say you gotta have sex multiple ways the first time you have sex with a person. Do all of the above. First round, aggressive. Second round, a little bit less aggressive, more passionate and all this other kind of stuff. And you start to see what her body responds to in this session. You have to take time out to do that. Now, unfortunately, men are selfish creatures. I'm not gonna smoke on that. So when a man is a selfish lover, most of the time the woman's going to be on the outside in. They're not the concern of the man. But if you meet a man who's a pleaser, shout out to the pleasers. Shout out to the pleasers out there. A pleaser is going to take his time, like make it a long drawn out session, but he's going to do things and he's going to be aware of what you like. Eating vagina. I realized one time that a woman that this girl liked when her body responded to when the spit would fall from my tongue onto her clit. Every single time I did it, she would respond like her whole body was shaking, just move her.
The idea of spit just does not.
Yeah, but to notice that it's like, oh shit, that's a kink of hers, right? And that's something that you notice, and then you check mark that shit. She likes that part. Bam, she likes that. If you are on top of her, missionary style, Missionary can be a whole bunch of shit, especially if you're standing up. You get hit leg over here, and all this other kind of shit. You adjust your stroke. You see which stroke she responds to the best. When you dogging her shit, you see how she responds. You slow it down, get a little bit of angle, put some more back into that shit. You got the whole grind and ride shit going on and shit like that. You see how she responds. It's about not thinking about yourself.
Now, like, I'm uncomfortable with the energy in the studio right now.
You have to be aware of the keys. Like, you have to look outside yourself. And that's just a part about having sex and being a pleaser. You know what I'm saying? Now, you know, to the dudes that just be out here just trying to, you can't have sex with every female the exact same way. And I tell this shit to men all the time. Every female's not the same. They're not gonna respond to that shit. Yeah, you might be walking around with some 9.5, 10-inch dick, and they're making them moan and stuff like that. More so because it's a big dick and it hurt, not because they're pleased and they're happy. So you got to be able to talk about that
too, though.
Huh?
Pain does not equal good sex.
And a lot of dudes feel that way. A lot of dudes think,
some girls think that too.
Yeah,
some girls think that too. That's what older men hurts is better. You shouldn't be hurting.
Nah, sis. I don't want to wake up the next morning with my cervix hurting. That shit is different. Let me tell you, get a nigga with a huge dick with Henny inside of him. You wake up the next morning like, am I about to get my period? Is these cramps? Like, the fuck? That shit is different.
Because your guts is sliding back into their natural position.
That shit hurts.
And I don't know, like, did people learn from porn or whatever? Like, yo.
It's the aggressiveness. Like, not for, sometimes, you know, pain, pleasure, or whatever. You kind of get that confused sometimes, depending on your mood. I'm a weird person. But nah, I can't deal with that. Like, if you're a person that does that every single time, like, nah, it's like, sir, no. Because in the morning,
hard thrusting, just trying to bury the whole dick in every single show.
Yeah.
And again, that's body language, and that's just knowing where you at with this female. You know what I'm saying? I tell niggas all the time, if you got a 9, 10, 11-inch penis, you better be a gentle giant. You gotta know how to be a gentle giant. Like, yo, my shit's huge. I was born with this big ass dick. I can't control this big. It is what it is. So while I'm using it, dudes be out here trying to have these huge ass penises and be having sex with a girl that's 110 pounds, no shade neither.
First of all,
she getting thick, okay? She getting thick.
So 119 pounds now.
But what I'm saying is, they get a small chick and they be there trying to nigga, she ain't got nothing to protect her from every thrust. You gonna get all of that.
That too, actually. Like, what is that fetish? Like, of, like, dudes wanting, like, petite, small things.
It's in the head. It's in the
First of all, I'm not gonna be sitting here getting attacked. I am sorry I can't grow.
You are beautiful the way you are.
Sorry I cannot grow.
No, you're beautiful the way you are, but, like, no, some dudes are really like, no, I want to wreck her because she's so tiny. I was like,
it's a control thing, I think.
It is.
That's why I'm like the best person for niggas' egos. I'm so tiny until I get on top and the mega knees pop out.
Can't take her. But really, that's what it is. It's like, yo, I've had sex with small, petite women before. This is not going to fare well for you. I'm going to destroy you. Of course, I'm going to provide you with the dick that you need to come, because that's why we're here. Mm-hmm. We're here for orgasms, people. As many as we can get this evening. That's what we're here for. So if you're not, and that's my thing, like, no matter her size, no matter what's going on, like, if she's not coming, who cares? Yeah, you got this huge ass penis, but did she come, my guy? Is she coming?
Even though that is not the male mindset. The mindset, I hit.
Yep, very true.
I hit.
Very true.
I don't care if that was trash. Mm-hmm. I hit.
I smashed.
You not satisfied? No, I hit.
I smashed.
It don't matter.
And that's the terrible part about the people. I can't even say this generation, because this is just some shit that's been going on for a long ass time. We have to look outside ourselves during sex. It's not about you. Especially as a man. I tell this shit about men all the time. Because I tell women all the time, because I've had sex plenty of times and not come. Plenty of times. And women be like, oh, but I really want you to come. Listen, love. I'm going to be honest with you. I probably came twice already today. It doesn't matter. Like, I masturbate a lot. Who gives a shit if I come? It's not about me. It's about me pleasing you. Now, some women be like, oh, but I want to please you too. Okay, cool. So I'm going to lay here and I'm going to come. Yeah, we can make it happen. Okay, cool. I can. All right. Most of the time, men are going to, this is a simple fact about sex, especially whether you're pleased or not. Men are going to come regardless. That's what happens. We are going to come. Do your best to make sure she do it.
Unless you're Mark.
What does that mean?
Yeah, wait, I'm off. Wait.
Kind of be complaining about the niggas.
Oh yeah, nah, yeah.
Wait, no, explain. What does yeah, nah mean? Explain.
Oh no, she took it in for like sometimes when I have sex, they'll comment and I won't at all. And it's like I'll let them home and I'll be like, yeah, I'm gonna pick myself off. So you know that sometimes that post sex nut is like amazing sometimes.
Let me tell you something. This nigga was like, he was so fucking whack at sex. Oh, so fucking whack. I'm so happy I got my vibrator. My vibrator is my best friend because when niggas are like whack as
No,
fuck,
when you have a bad session and then like
and then you just
that post sex
mix it
nut,
up in the kitchen, you just like whoo.
that post sex nut is
There you go with the
beautiful.
Chef's kiss.
It's beautiful.
I've never thought about it. I like in this way. I never thought about it. We'll tell you why, because most of the time it's like I said, I'm so this is gonna sound either weird or bad. My sex is so out of body sometimes that I can see myself, and I don't even like. I'm just so like.
Me too.
I'm like so
'Cause I
like.
only pay attention to myself.
I'm so like disattached from it. It's like I'm literally watching myself have sex. Like, yo, Trey, you're doing all right, sir. You're doing pretty good. Keep going.
My whole thing is different though.
I'm so disattached from it
I
that
close my eyes. And
it's
I
an
picture
out of body
myself.
experience for me.
I just picture like the faces that I'm making, the way I'm moving my body. Like honestly, like about to snitch on my.
I'm gonna snitch on her. Watch this shit. Go ahead. Say what you're gonna say. Because
I'm
I'm gonna piggyback on it. Go.
What I was saying is, when I have sex, like I look at my booty, like the guy's like, yeah, you watching that dick and stuff. I'm like, nigga, no, I'm watching my ass. That shit is moving. Like that shit is moving. I remember one time I set up the mirror to see my own ass clap. I wasn't worried about the dick.
This ain't about you. It's about me.
It's about me. Like
I'm gonna say this because I say this about men all the time. Neither is the reverse side of this. I say a lot of times when men have sex, they use a woman's vagina to masturbate. Nita uses men's dick to masturbate. She's using them to masturbate because she don't give a shit about them at all.
at all.
Not even a little bit. She's using them to masturbate.
No, it's like it's literally all about me. So when I close my eyes, I'm like, yeah, I'm in that shit good. No, I have to picture what my face looks like while we're doing it because that's gonna help me come.
She be fucking herself.
Honestly.
Out. She don't care about you niggas. I'm sorry. She loves y'all, but she don't.
I think it's time to wrap up. Let's wrap this up.
Oh man, yo, the second segment was a lot more lively and fun than the first. But it made for a good night. You know what I'm saying? And it is definitely late. It's 1:40 in the morning. And
We're
people
doing
got
good timing.
and people got places to go and things to do.
Yeah.
Oh, Mark.
Nothing might cancel on me. I fell asleep. But anyway,
Blow them up.
Alright, so the door knocks. We're gonna check y'all next week, yo. Everybody about to shut it down and stuff like that, yo. It's your boy, Trey LA Sweatpants.
And Miss Nita.
Savage Mark.
This is the Henny Hookah Chronicles podcast. We will catch y'all next week. You know what I'm talking about?